Welcome to the Drive Time Podcast, where we now have 100% more dog. One of Al's 3 dogs, which is too many, is running around with a squeaky toy.
It's a guitar
Sadie,
now.
tell us how you... No, I want to get Sadie's opinion. Sadie?
Okay. Sadie, talking to the mic.
Sadie? Okay.
She just kind of huffed into the
She
mic.
kind of just licked the microphone, which is very... That's cool.
And now Parker's squeaking toys. Oh, way to go, Parker.
I
Parker
totally
fucked up.
this
He squeaked a more annoying toy.
He fucked this up so bad. All right. I think Sadie is calming down now.
What's your metric?
Sadie?
What's your metric for that? Sadie, come here. Come here. You want your ball? This ball's quiet.
Okay. Welcome to the podcast. Or should I say dogcast?
Yeah, welcome to Al's nightmare that he lives every day.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. If I had dogs that barked like that all the time.
It's not all the time. It's really not that much. It's really just when people are over. But this dog tends to pick the most annoying squeaky toys that she owns.
And just squeaky.
When you're trying to chill the most.
Yeah.
I think it's intentional.
I mean, could you arrange some sort of giver to your parents or something like that?
Yeah, we need to work something out for sure.
No, I'm just kidding. I mean, that's Jackie's favorite, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this one's definitely one of the top tier dogs.
And the small ones live longer, Al. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
No, that's a horrible thing to say about a dog. Someone said that about my parents' dogs. I'd be.
How old are they? Your parents'
Buddy's getting older. I think
Yeah.
he's like 9.
Mm.
He's like can't see anymore. No, he can see, but he
9?
can't hear.
Yeah, our oldest is 9, but she's pretty sprightly.
Yeah, which one's 9?
The black one.
Yeah, but she's so small, dude.
Yeah.
She probably ages very slow.
And she has a higher risk of sickle cell anemia.
Yeah, she can't afford as many toys. I'm trying to get a loan to get a squeaky toy real quick.
But you were talking about getting robbed at the end of the last podcast.
I've never been robbed.
Never.
I feel like for how much, like now living in the city, I feel like you should get robbed one time living in Baltimore. Else, did you really go to Baltimore?
You could definitely go like a couple streets one way.
But then that's like trying to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, trying to get robbed.
It's like I don't know. Oh my God, this is gonna distract me the whole podcast.
Yeah, we might have to
Pause.
put the dog down. Hold on, I'll yeah, here, hit it with a pause.
Yeah,
real
let me
quick.
pause.
We're sorry, good folks at home. We're trying to. This dog's excited.
All right, and we're back without a dog.
Dogless, as they say.
Without a dog to throw a toy at.
The dog is now frolicking through the green grass of the outdoors.
It is good you have a fenced-in backyard.
Yeah.
Did you guys put up a fence,
Yeah,
or is
we
that
put
there
it up.
already? Nice.
Yep.
Did you tell someone you'd teach them how to paint a fence?
No,
Give them fence painting lessons?
Is that a Mark Twain thing?
It is a Mark Twain
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's
Tom
Sawyer.
Sawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Huckleberry Finn.
I got to reread that.
I think there's some hard R's in the.
Well, not Huckleberry Finn, Tom Sawyer, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And like, man, look at all these colored folk romping around.
Dude, that would be funny if you meet like a hick guy and he's like, I just read Huckleberry Finn. I really like that book. Mark was saying some stuff you can't say today.
It really struck a chord with me.
Yeah.
When he got on that there riverboat.
Listen, I mean, he just calls them like he sees them. He don't mince words or nothing.
Not a bit. Oh God! Now the dogs are outside screaming.
You
Jesus
can't. I don't think
Christ.
that's picking up though. So
I hope not. People think I'm kicking these dogs.
no, your dogs do got like their own beefs and personalities. And
They
stuff.
do. No, they're definitely some of the more personality-based dogs that I've met.
Well, wait. So Corgo is Corgo, obviously.
Yeah.
What's
It's Corgo, Sadie, and Stella.
Sadie is the one that was in here.
Yeah.
Stella's the really small one.
Yeah, the elder.
I feel like I always call Stella Sadie and vice versa.
That happens. Stella's in here somewhere. Stella. She don't bark a whole lot. She just hangs out.
She's chill. She's my favorite.
She's she's everybody's favorite. Stella's chill as fuck. The other two are obnoxious.
They like getting into it. They get
do.
after it.
Yeah.
You think they're in love?
Accidentally in love.
Accidentally in love? I don't know that song.
You don't know that song by Counting Crows?
Nope.
It's in Shrek.
Is Counting Crows the ones that do Mr. Jones and Me?
That's the one.
That's the only song I know by them.
Mr.
Jones
You know more songs than
and
that.
Me.
Counting Crows had a big pop. They had a big. They did.
They had a lot.
So she said, "What's the problem, baby? What's the problem? I don't know. And maybe I'm in love."
Oh yeah,
That's not,
I know that song.
She hanging around.
Hanging around, yeah.
That's another one. She sat right down on the sofa. I said, "Where have you been? I've been hanging around this town for so long."
Yeah.
They got some certified hood classics.
No, I don't even like Mr. Jones and Me that
Yeah.
much. That song just sounds like a song that people that don't really have good opinions on music would like. You know what I mean?
I'd agree with that. I think that about a lot of like the indie rock genre.
Oh yeah.
You know, I know like people who have I have friends who are in like cool bands that I fuck with, and I have people who are not necessarily my friends that are in bands where I'm like,
This sucks.
yeah. There's one kid I went to high school with. We actually had the same guitar teacher. He did play one of the small stages at Firefly, which I guess is cool.
That's pretty cool.
But he has like the most generic white dude indie rock shit, you know.
Which like
It's
Arctic
just like-
Monkey shit.
It's no. Arctic Monkeys, they're like trying to do something
Yeah.
interesting. But he's like, you can tell it's very like early Beatles derivative, you know, that kind of
Oh
thing.
my god.
The girl walks down the street and
Yeah.
she's looking at me and I'm looking at her and she's a girl.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing.
I love you so much.
Yeah, that pretty much exactly.
Yeah, I love you. Every song's about love.
When we touch.
Yeah, just doing early Beatles songs but like high concept stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? That'd
Yeah.
be fun. A little. Gravity's not constant. It changes depending on your frame of reference. Dude, it would have been so cool to do that, like that movie about the guy that goes back in time and steals the Beatles and stuff. Yeah, I want to do that, but with comedy.
Yeah.
I'm just doing all Patrice's
I ain't
bits.
scared. I ain't scared of you, motherfuckers. I'm doing
just
Bernie
doing-
Mac.
I'm just doing all Patrice's bits.
Yeah.
When I go swimming, I have a white baby on a keychain. Women, why can't I harass you? Just no one laughs at all. It's a 40,000 seat arena, but no one's laughing at all.
Yeah.
They're like, this almost sounds good. There's just
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
If only you were just a little bit blacker and a little bit heavier, you could be Patrice. He wore kind of bucket hats sometimes.
Yeah.
They were like cool leather hats, though.
It does kind of feel weird. Like, probably some guy will look back on, like, the comics we have now. Like, not the ones we know, but, like, the good ones and be like, that was my Patrice or whatever, you know?
Yeah, I think that's kind of the position Shane Gillis is going to end up in. If he has, like, one or two more good specials, I think he just recorded his new special.
I think Louis is gonna end up like that.
I think he already is like that.
Yeah, I mean, he's really fucking good at comedy.
Yeah.
It just sucks that, like, you know, all these people, anytime you bring up Louis, they'll be like, you know.
Remember that one thing?
Yeah.
Remember that one thing he did? That's what people say.
That's what people say.
Yeah.
And it's like, but he also was good at comedy.
Yeah.
You know? He also was good.
Art from the artist.
Did a little
Cosby, same
little
thing,
nonsense.
but a little more extreme.
Yeah, Cosby I get a little bit more, though.
Yeah.
Like, drugging and raping women is like...
A lot worse than jerking off in front of them.
Exactly.
I'd agree with that.
And on the phone. I don't know. How do you feel? Okay, you're on a phone call with a dude. So my standard is always this, right? When it comes to is something inappropriate sexually. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My standard is always imagine a dude doing that to you.
Okay.
You know, like
Yeah.
like so if a dude comes up and like does a smack and grab on your ass, I'd be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't do that to women. The thing is, you're on a phone call with a guy and they're jerking off. That's not that bad. You know what I mean? That's kind of bad, but that's not like end the friendship bad.
Yeah.
That's like don't do that.
It's
dude.
like if a dude comes inside of you, you're like, but he was already fucking you. Might as well. Yeah.
Exactly. I think we've solved sexism in America.
We've gotten to the core of it.
Just think about that. Like, is that like how bad? Like, is it a crime to jerk off on the phone with somebody? Because you're not in the room with them.
Yeah. And they only know if you tell them.
I mean, if you've ever been on Omegle, that's half of it. It's just
Crime.
dudes with larger penises than you just jerking off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, it's one thing when you're going through chat roulette or Omegle. I haven't done it in a good long while. And you're like, somebody's jerking off. But when they have a way bigger dick than you, you're like, God
fuck,
damn.
this is over the line.
Well, and that's the whole thing is you're like, it's kind of sad that somebody with a dick bigger than me is still also not getting pussy. Like, maybe I am the problem.
You're wasting your talent, you know?
Dude, that's like, I've heard murmurs, people I went to high school with, people I know now, that they have giant dongs, but they're always the people who aren't fucking anybody.
Yeah.
What are you doing? I feel like God cursed me with an average dick.
So you should be out spraying.
Yeah, I had to develop a personality. It's fucking annoying.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, fuck having to try.
Yeah.
People like, oh, it's good. Maybe develop a person. It's like, fuck that. No.
Yeah.
Just go through life pretty and get shit handed to you. That's way better.
Yeah, I feel like having a giant dick is the pretty of the guys world.
But you have to somehow spread that. You have to fuck at least one chick so she tells all her friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I knew this one girl I used to work with when I worked at a restaurant. She was dating this guy, and she was like, his dick's like so big it's an inconvenience. Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like she's like, I had to work up to it.
But that's like
Can you imagine your dick being a goal?
But dude, that's like being like, oh, my house is so big, it takes me 5 minutes to walk out my front door. It's like, boo fucking boo hoo. Oh no. It's like maybe get a bigger pussy, dude.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
I'm trying to think of something. Well, they say like, when you're like touching walls on both sides of a girl's vagina or whatever, like when you have a bigger dick. I was trying to come up with like a house tie-in with that, but
you don't touch both walls?
Oh,
normally?
I do myself.
Yeah.
But they say you're like knocking down the walls. You're
knocking down
stretching
the
walls out. I was trying to come up with
Yeah.
a good house tie-in, but
Do you think, I'm sure I'm not the first guy that's thought of this, do you think like how guys that have like micro penises, like there's women that have like macro
never
vaginas?
thought about that.
No.
Never
No.
thought.
There are women that just have like
Macro
gigantic vaginas
Yeah.
or whatever. They just try and
there's the echo.
hide it all the time.
Yeah.
There's an echo. They're just like, yeah.
Oh, there's got to be. I mean, it's my understanding they come in all shapes and sizes.
I don't think they come in that many different sizes.
Parker, your best joke is about how all vulvas are beautiful.
All vulvas
That is probably my favorite
They're
joke
honestly
of yours.
really ugly, though. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. That's like the joke of yours that I tell the most people, I would say.
I don't even do that joke that often anymore.
One of my favorites.
Some people don't like it. It's for a different time. It's for a time when vulvas were more in vogue, you know. I went to a strip club with one of my friends the other day.
The other day?
That's
new.
Not a big fan of strip clubs, I think. I think this solidified I'm not really a strip club guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I went there and they're like showing.
They charge you double.
There was no cover to get in.
Oh, that's nice.
But like if you're at the pole, you just have to be throwing money the whole fucking time, and it's just so much money. And it's like I don't have money like that.
That's why people
don't
only throw ones.
But even if you're throwing ones, dude, like everyone was just throwing them the whole time, and like that. I'm telling you, hell, that adds up after a little bit.
Wait. Yeah, no, I've only.
But no, sorry, I was gonna say these women. The one when I went to one in Vegas, right? It was just topless, right? You could get a lap dance or whatever. But the one in Baltimore, like they just show the vagina as well. And
Did
it's
you go?
like,
Wait, were you at the ones on Baltimore Street?
No, this was like a weird one that was like one half of the building was a strip club and one half was like a auto repair shop.
Oh hell yeah, dude, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's everything you want. Really, that's where we should have went when my car broke down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys don't know at home. We were gearing up to record a drive time, and my car broke.
His car was fucking spraying antifreeze.
Yeah, so you guys would have had a new one a couple weeks ago, but
no, they're showing just the bottom as well, and I was like, this is not. I'm not turned on by the bottom. I'm turned on by a nice buttock, but I don't like see just like a vagina. I'm just like, oh my god, like I gotta have sex with that.
I'd agree with that.
It's more tits and ass for me.
Can I potentially controversial take? I think sometimes boobs and butts look better when they're concealed.
That's correct.
Yeah,
that's correct.
Like when they're in like a bra, and sometimes sometimes you'll see videos of the titty drop videos where they pop them out, and you're like, I liked them better when they were.
But sometimes they're way bigger than you thought too.
Yeah, and
it can go either way.
It's like a pop-up book. You're like, oh wow, surprise,
dude. I do like titty drop video. Are you ever jerking off and you like come before the titty drop? You're like, fuck.
Oh yeah, no, that's
fuck.
I like to. I don't like to bust before the guy in the video. If there's a guy, I know that's not. Titty drop.
I totally get that. I get that.
I feel like I somehow ruined both of their times.
But also, you don't watch the whole video, do you?
No, I skip to the highlights. We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
I like when the dick whips out and she's like, "Oh, a dick." Like,
no, that's gay.
I like, probably.
No, you're totally gay. If you're like, my favorite part of the porn is when the guy whips his dick out.
When I see that hog.
Gay.
Just when it's like absurdly large and the girl's like that.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get it when the girl goes, I don't think I can handle that.
No, I like that because I like to imagine somebody saying that to me. Not that that's happened too often.
Have you ever heard the conspiracy theory that like a lot of them don't have crazy big dicks?
Oh, they're just small women.
Small women, and angles or some shit.
Yeah.
That makes it look like way bigger than it is.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is a conspiracy theory made by like,
small dicks.
Guys with like small dicks or whatever.
Yeah.
Not actually that big.
I'm gonna go the dick get whipped out, and then I skip through the position changes, and then I go to the cum shot.
I'm the same way.
Yeah. Well,
I'm the
like,
exact same way.
Dude, the worst is when you got like an 8-minute video and it's like all missionary or all doggy, and you're like, let's.
Oh yeah,
I want to see a leg behind the head or
Yeah.
something. Like
they gotta change it up. That's the problem with amateur porn is that they're like actually trying to come.
Yeah.
It's like, but dude, I've also gotten more of a keen eye as I get older. Where I'm like, that chick's not actually into it.
She's not actually coming.
I'm like treating it like professional wrestling. Where I'm like, that wasn't a real.
Yeah.
That wasn't a real punch. Like
she took a fall. She took a
fall.
dive.
Yeah, she took a dive.
Yeah, she took a dive.
There's a ref. No. I did see. I was watching this one erotic film the other day, and the guy did have like too big of a dick. Where I'm like, no, I wouldn't even want that. And I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, when you're like, I couldn't handle that. I feel bad for this poor guy.
There are sometimes you feel bad for the girl, and you're like, I have done that before. I'm like, this just looks painful, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, where you're like, she's pretending to like it, but she's
Have
definitely.
you watched the Bad Dragon videos?
No. Oh, wait, is that like the giant dildo?
The giant dildos, and you're just like.
I'm familiar with the company. I've never seen a lot of, or I haven't seen too many of the videos.
Well, they make like huge
they
fucking.
look like weird tentacles
dildos.
and shit. Yeah.
Like that are like 3 feet long, and like it'll be like a 5 foot tall chick.
Yeah.
That fits the whole thing inside. You're like, I don't want to do the math on this. Like, where is it going?
That's the thing.
It's almost like a
it's
magic
not really my
trick.
cup of tea, but I think I view a lot of that stuff as the same way I view like a guy wanting to get anal from his girlfriend or something.
Okay.
I don't think it feels better, but I think you're more turned on by the willingness of somebody to do it.
Okay.
You're like,
it's more of a psychological
it's sexy
thing.
that you're willing to let me fuck your butt.
Yeah.
It's, sexy that you're willing to shove a dragon dildo up your vagina.
Yeah.
It's the willingness
It's
that I think people like.
I can get that. I can kind of get that, but then, like, there are other degrading things you could do that you aren't turned on by. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much anything that's involving a bodily fluid.
Say
that's
the
not
N-word
cum.
in public, and they're like, no.
Well,
And
no.
I'm like, it's about the willingness.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No, dude. Well, there's a lot of willing people around where I live.
No.
A lot of very willing.
Dude, I was watching I got into the YouTube debate community.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's the worst thing ever. It's just people constantly going, like, shouting over each other, going, "You're pivoting. Just answer the question. Just answer the question."
Explain the YouTube debate community.
All right, so the one I was watching was this dude called Destiny, who's like
I do. Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I think he was a StarCraft player back in the day. That's where I know him from.
Yeah, he's like polyamorous, but he's definitely not doing the fucking.
I don't know about that aspect.
Yeah, he's got blue. No, he doesn't have blue hair. Maybe.
He was on this one debate though that had this dude who I don't think I've hated a guy more in a while. It was an African American guy that, and I'm only mentioning that because it plays into it, where he no shut the fuck up.
Parker is about to turn me on with his willingness to say the end.
Hold on, let me grab another beer before we get into
this. All right.
Fill the dead air. Leave him in suspense.
I'll talk about my one and only strip club experience, and you'll be able to hear it because we were talking about that. So I went to a strip club briefly one time with somebody I used to be friends with.
I'm just bringing there's only two left.
Yeah. So no, me and my buddy, we were driving past Sensations, which is very close to Church of Satire in Hanover, Pennsylvania. Technically, I think it's Littlestown. And it's a strip club. It's an A-frame building. So it comes to a strong point at the top. And we walked in. We're both under 21. We walk in, and the bodyguard's like, you can't be here if you're under 21. And I was like, just let us hang for a little, bro. Yeah. And he's like, all right. It's like, dude, these are like the two, like girls who are doing it because they flunked out of hairdressing school, like that kind of vibe. Or they're like walking, but they look very sad to be on stage. And I was like, this is depressing. And I'm looking around, and they have two mounted deer, and one is mounting the other from behind.
Oh, very classic.
Yeah, but they're both bucks. I'm like, that's two dudes, bro.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Before we get into the guy I hate the most,
yes. I think I might know who you're talking about, but go ahead.
Also, the last time I went to the strip club, too, I felt so bad for this woman because, all right, so we watched maybe, I think, 3 or 4 in total, okay? And the first 2 that came out were, like, incredibly attractive. You know what I mean? One of them had, like, gigantic tits, and one of them had, like, a huge ass.
Yeah.
So, for the... You know, there's only 2 types of dudes, you know. I don't think they took their shoes off, so I don't know if they're any feet people. But, like, you know, they were, like, just kind of walking around, shaking their stuff. But then the third girl that came out was, like, an incredibly skilled stripper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She was, like, doing the pole. She could do all this crazy fucking shit.
Pole dancing is impressive.
Like, it's super impressive.
If you can hide the boner, it's, like, an impressive art to observe.
Oh, to observe. I thought you were going to say, if you can hide your boner, it's an impressive art to do or whatever.
Yeah.
No,
dude.
But she's
I'm pole dancing just walking around, you know what I'm saying?
I was just like looking at... I was like looking at this chick, and I was like, holy shit, like she's so good.
It takes away from it a little bit.
But I still prefer the other.
Yeah.
Like, this is not a skill-based activity. Like, I honestly do not care at all about, like... how good you are at dancing. It's just about how attractive you are.
Let's get
you know what I mean?
the girl with the big tits who seemed upset that I was here back out here.
Okay, hold on. So I gotta finish this. So this dude that was on Destiny's stream is like a YouTube guy. It was like a debate, and like one thing, like Destiny debating one other person is like kind of watchable, but I think this debate had like 11 people in it all at once.
Were they like on a stream or were they sitting at a table?
They were on a stream, so it's all over the internet. and this dude comes on and he goes like, I'm just gonna do the voice because I have to do the voice. African American gentleman from like South LA, and he's like, yo man, I'm from the gangster left. We're the gangster left. We're putting gangster back and being a leftist. And like anytime anyone would talk, he'd go, man, you're a fucking pussy, dude. Jesus. Like come if I saw you, I would fight you. And like I just hated this guy so much because that is just like the dumbest energy to bring to a debate too. You know what I mean? Like, man, I got no rebuttal, but I would fight. I would beat you in a fight because I'm on the gangster left.
There's the gangster left and the gangster right.
The gangster.
Yeah, they do the hard ER with gangster.
But dude, like I hated this guy so much.
Yeah.
Like to be like, hey, to pretend like any gangster is like, you know what's really up though? Socialist theory. Like no one's saying that.
I know like the exact vein of YouTube you're on because I get it every once in a while. There's like that one girl. Her name is Pearl.
I hate that bitch.
Dude, me too.
Dude,
because she's like, I consider it based off of statistics myself as a 5 because I'm basing it off of my results and my appearance.
She's literally like a fucking abused woman that just internalized all of that shit.
But then it's either her or these girls who are like, I fucked 67 guys this week. Yes! I don't give a damn. And they're also like, look, how
much should your man make? And they're like $7 billion a year, and it's like, you're so dumb. You're so dumb
literally,
as a woman.
Just today, and this is the first time I've gotten these kind of videos, but it's like a guy interviewing girls on like college campus, and they're like, describe your ideal male, and he's like, I put it into the system, and that's 0.002%.
Yeah.
I've never seen it before, but today, but the one girl was like, I think he should make at least $200,000 and be 6 foot. And I'm like, $200,000 is a lot of money.
That's the top. I think that's the top.
The top 1%.
I'm not even kidding you. It might be 400,000 is the top 1%.
Yeah, I think you're right.
People in America.
Yeah, to be in the top 1%, you have to make a lot of money, but it's not like as obscene as you think it is.
What? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
To be in the top %.
But to be in like the top 1% of the world, I think is like $30,000.
Yeah, it's like we are definitely both in the top 1%, and I am not living cushy.
And it's just like, yeah.
That's what's crazy is I realized when I was making like way less, when I was making like $13,000 a year just working like part time while I was like, in high school and going through college and stuff. It's probably between like 13 to 20,000. And then I went to Peru and I was like talking to our guide when we were in Peru, and I realized that I make more than doctors do in Peru. And I was just like teaching karate to like little 6-year-olds.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Welcome to being the best.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Well, no, then you find out, like, even people in England, like, don't make as much money as here. And you're like, oh, it's because of the pound. And it's like, the pound is pretty much exactly $1. It might be a little bit more.
Jackie's sister is going to England in a couple weeks, and I'm like, you picked the worst place to go.
Dude, the food there is fucking awful. I've been to England.
I saw like
it's not fun.
This could be hyperbolized, but I saw it was like somebody at a soccer game. It's just like some picture on Facebook or whatever, and they were like, I got some. It was like fries, but they were like, I got chips with peas and gravy, and I was like,
God, yeah.
That is what I would say. Kill yourself too.
The one thing they do have though is they have
the black toast or whatever with the beans on.
No, beans on toast is fucking stupid.
Beans are not a breakfast food. They're barely a lunch food.
I love beans.
Me too.
But I hate baked beans. I think baked beans are not good.
They're weird in texture.
They're too sweet.
But I will say the texture matches the flavor.
I think they're too sweet. I love, some refried beans.
Yeah. Refried beans.
Oh,
Mitch Hedberg has a joke about him. He's like, "Do we try him just fried?" Something like that. But
that's a good fucking joke.
It's a great fucking
joke. Fucking unpopular opinion. Mitch Hedberg's a good comedian.
Yeah,
dude.
very unpopular.
No,
I feel like he's universally agreed as the best one-liner comedian of all time.
Yeah.
Or Anthony Jeselnik, but like,
or Stephen Wright.
Yeah,
Stephen Wright's pretty good too.
Dude, I was looking at like this.
Nah, Jeselnik can't be called a one-liner comedian. Like, I get that's his style, but he takes, like, his sentences take like 30 seconds to say. I was with my girlfriend.
Dude, I was looking,
and we went to my car. You know what I mean?
In my car,
like,
I had a dead puppy. No, but I do like to look up lists of like. I feel like maybe I do like getting abused a little because I like looking up like the top comedy specials of all time and being like, oh, what a bullshit list.
We did this one time in the car.
Yeah, we did with top comedians of all time.
Oh my god, the lists were fucking awful.
Dude, the one put Elephant in the Room at like 22nd. I'm like, no, that's at the worst top 5.
But you gotta remember, the people that are making these lists aren't comedians.
Yeah.
They're people that
yeah.
are comedy fans, and you know
they're like, oh, the top one has to be George Carlin, and the second one has to be Richard Pryor.
I don't get how you can say that. You know, I don't think Carlin or Pryor, either of them had like an individual special.
I think Eddie Murphy's Delirious special is better than anything either of them
Eddie
did.
Murphy. Yeah, Delirious, or what was the other one?
The one where he's in the purple suit.
Yeah, that one's fucking crazy.
I watched that one too. I can't remember what it's called though right now. But
Raw.
Yeah, Delirious and Raw.
I think I remember like talking to people in my work, and they're like, "Yeah, I love that special." I'm like, "Go listen to it." Like, I love it too, but it's just like the first 15 minutes of the special is him just calling people in San Francisco gay.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And
it's like,
not using the friendliest words to do it.
Yeah. Oh. All right, never mind.
No, I think for me, what are your top 3 specials? I think we both agree Elephant in the Room is number 1. Where's to go after that?
Road Work, Dave Attell.
Okay.
Maybe Shane Gillis's 45-minute one.
I think he's got my 3rd spot.
I probably watched that one.
I've watched it more than any other comedy special.
I have a weird one to put up there.
Okay.
That is just like I admit it's not like super good comedy, but it's like very funny to me.
I feel like you've told me about this before. But
Todd Berry, Spicy Honey.
Yeah, you did tell me about that.
I don't know what it is about him, but his just whole demeanor.
He's got a direct
and
line to my funny bone.
Just his whole demeanor too. He's just this super fucking awkward middle-aged white dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think for me it's probably Elephant in the Room, then Chappelle's Killing Them Softly.
Oh yeah, Killing Them Softly's. Yeah, fuck no, that's up there. I don't think a Louis one makes it up there.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think a Bill Burr one makes it up. They have multiple specials where they're really good, but they don't have one.
I feel like Burr's like first
one.
3 specials were all solid.
Yeah.
I didn't like his Live at Red Rocks one or the Paper Tiger one. I didn't really like either of them.
He's fallen off.
Yeah, but I feel like that's the thing though, is when you do like angry rant style comedy and then you become loaded for it, it's hard to be angry.
Well, also I think it's that a lot of people kind of copied Bill Burr too, so he isn't super unique anymore.
We've talked about that with John Mulaney too, with comedians that we know.
Yeah.
People who bite his style.
Hold on, best special.
Elephant in the Room is definitely
Elephant in the Room is
It's also
there.
an hour and a half, and it still kills the whole time, which is crazy.
I mean, it's crazy.
Because I think the thing with Patrice...
Louis has a half-hour one where he... No, I don't think the Louis one gets up there. But I will put... I think that's pretty good. Killing Them Softly, Elephant in the Room, and then what was number 3 we said?
We were talking about Live in Austin. Shane Gillis is
Live in Austin. I think that's... I feel like that's too recent to put at the top, though.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's
what was
so
that, 2020?
2021.
Yeah, it's so good though. It's nonstop.
I don't know. There aren't like I feel like if like a special makes me like actually like physically laugh, which not a lot do at this point.
What about Nanette by Hannah Gadsby?
Oh, that is. I've actually never watched that one. I watched the sequel to Nanette.
Oh, you gotta watch Nanette, dude.
Yeah.
You gotta go back to the source.
Big hits.
The source.
The anti-comedy special.
Yeah. The always raped.
Oh, dude.
Men are bad. Here's my take as a lesbian woman.
Dude.
Men are bad. It's like
you
great,
do a very good Hannah Gadsby impression.
I'm just copying the Cumtown Hannah Gadsby impression, by the way, but
it's pretty dead on.
Yeah, and I mean they already did the joke, but it would be funny if she just came out and was like an alt-right person eventually. Anyone else think that the Jews control everything?
Dude.
That's kind of weird, right? You have every movie producer ever has a Stein as their last name. That's kind of weird, right?
Dude, no, they that Hannah Gadsby special was the worst Netflix special of 2023 that I've watched thus far.
She's horrible at comedy, and it's not that she's bad at comedy. It's mostly that, but it's that she thinks she's so good at comedy, like she's above doing.
Well, she's kind of doing
regular
that.
comedy.
Like, she's doing like that Lake Carlin thing, where it's like very introspective and like super like how the world works. Like she's trying to do that, but through her remarkably distorted lens of how the world works.
No.
But what else you got going on, my friend? Actually, one thing I did want to talk about is
let's talk about it.
The karate show that I did.
Okay.
Because I never talked about that on the podcast.
I thought you did talk about that.
No, we talked about it to Andrew, who's a big fan of the podcast.
Oh, okay.
But I just wanted to share this with our listeners because it happened fucking forever ago.
Okay. Hit me up.
But, yeah, so I did stand-up at a karate school.
Okay.
Which was wild for me. It's very meta for me. But the guy who was hosting the show was the owner of the karate school, who had never heard of stand-up comedy before.
Always good.
But like read about it on Wikipedia, and he was like, I think I can do that. And so he's doing like 15 minutes of prop comedy in between each comic.
I just love you read about stand-up on Wikipedia and you immediately go, I'm a prop comedian.
yeah, of all the ones to double down on. There's like 30 different guys of stand-up, and you pick the one that is universally hated.
Yeah.
People are like, people who don't do comedy are like, that's hack. Like,
you see like Jeff Dunham, and you're like, oh my god, this is it.
This guy's got to figure it out. What if I could do that without the puppets, but still have something up there with me? Prop comedy.
Should we become puppet comics?
We should, but we should dress up as each other's puppets.
Wait, yes, that's what I was thinking. We do puppet comedy, but it's just
like you stand beside me and I do my bits.
Yeah.
Or I do your bits. Like I go up there and I'm dressed as the puppet and I just say your bits on your behalf.
I feel like we could have a pretty good 2-man show.
Yeah.
Where it's just me and you, just I'm pretending to be a puppet.
And in the middle of the show, I just like break character and I switch to be the comedian, and then you're the puppet.
No, in the middle of the show, I just go, I was raped. Someone raped me.
I go, and I don't like comedy.
I don't like comedy.
Because
bad, right? The art form I've
tension?
dedicated my life to. It's like not good, right?
Too much tension. I know she says that in the first special.
Too much tension.
Tension? Yeah, no, the reason I was bashing, or we were both bashing Hannah Gadsby is because I watched her new special. I was in a stupor. This is after we did release these episodes. When we did 4 episodes in the one show when we went down to Denton, the Denton pub. After we got back from that, because Parker was driving, I was hammered, and I watched Hannah Gadsby's new special, and I called Parker twice within the first 5 minutes
he
of the
did
special.
call me, which was I enjoyed very much.
To rant about how, because the punchline to 2 jokes in a row was because science.
Because science?
Yeah, exactly that. She said, I identify as they, them because science. And you're like.
It's like that's the mark of a good comedian is that Tumblr can write your jokes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think they're they, them. They really are the Tumblr of comedians. That's a great way to put it.
Where they're just like, just being like it reminds me of like early like Reddit humor where it'd be like the bacon narwhals at midnight, and it's just like fucking so lame people not being self-aware of how fucking lame they are.
Yeah, I agree.
Here's the thing. This is my thing about Hannah Gadsby. Not to interrupt your karate story.
Oh, that is what I was talking about. I was trying to remember that.
But imagine she didn't have, like, the whole rape thing. Would anyone ever talk about her? Ever? At all?
Yeah.
Would she get any of this shit if she was just up there, like, being like, well, I was on the dating apps, and, yeah, I'm a bit of a lezo. I like women because science, and, I'm
munching some puss.
I was eating some pussy the other day, and I thought, this tastes different than how I thought it would. I thought it would taste a little bit better and not taste, not taste like a plastic utensil. Kind of weird, right? Yeah, I was skull fucking this woman the other day.
I was ramming my strap on into her eye socket.
I was, which we call the old strap-a-didgeridoo down here in Australia.
Yeah,
and
Hannah Gadsby, but she is the rapist.
Yeah. Oh my God, we just struck gold, motherfucker. Yeah.
I had a bent
Don't
over.
scream, or I'll fucking kill you.
I got my chloroform and Rufy's tablets.
Dude, if it came out that she was like a sexual predator,
I could see it 100%.
I would literally, I would like pop a bottle of champagne. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I don't care that much, but like, she's just making like horrible Tumblr jokes in the middle of like raping someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, guys, here's the deal. For this episode, I want you guys to all go watch Hannah Gadsby's new special and comment your favorite of her bits on this post. I'll make that because on Spotify you can put questions. The question we'll ask is, "What's Hannah Gadsby's best joke?"
Hannah Gadsby's
and honestly, it is like, I don't want to say derivative, but very unoriginal to make Hannah Gadsby sucks jokes. But at the same time, it is horrifically bad stand-up comedy.
That's the thing. The well is fucking deep there.
Yeah.
But I think we hit a chord. Hannah Gadsby raping somebody and
Hannah
making
Gadsby's
bad
the
Tumblr jokes. Yeah. Oh, your butthole's a little tight. Hashtag adulting.
So that's the thing.
So you just came while I was raping you, so that's a thing. Kind of weird. Kind of seems like you like it.
You can't be hating it that much.
Yeah.
Your prostate's ready to pop.
Oh, she's raping a guy.
Yeah,
too?
she's raping a guy. That's my
Hell,
vision.
then we're allowed to
fuck
say
the
it.
patriarchy.
Then we're allowed to say it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. That's a good pivot. Yeah. Yeah, who's my little cum dumpster?
It's you, isn't it?
You said a mean tweet about gay people back in 2006, so this is totally justified.
You're now going to have trouble sitting down, aren't you? Because science and the rectum can only stretch so far. You're gaped.
Oh, my God.
But that's the first time I've watched stand-up and gotten angry.
What? Hannah Gadsby?
Yeah, her last special.
Can I tell you another guy? Can I tell you another person that happened to me, too? Just because he got hyped up so much.
Are you going to say Matt Rife?
No, I don't give a fuck about Matt Rife. I went back. Comics I respect.
I think I know what you're about to say.
Told me this guy is, like, fucking awesome. Have you ever watched Pablo Francisco?
No.
He's like, dude, go watch it tonight. You will get pissed off. Like, the number of comics that are like, Pablo dude, he's like one of the best of all time. And then I like watched it. I'm like, I hate this.
I think you might have told me about this. Yeah.
He's like a guy. He's like almost like he's not as like he's a sound effects guy.
Yeah, you
so
have.
Be like, I was at a strip club, and the girl gets on the pole like, and she starts grinding on me. Oh, wooga! And just like this is
hell yeah.
This is literally like what radio shows were doing and getting made fun of.
Yeah.
Before you did it in stand up, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's horrible.
Just I go to hit on her, it doesn't work. Like makes like a car crash sound. I can't. Of course, I'm not as good as sound effects. I'm not Pablo Francisco, but
no,
that also might give me some hate if anyone listens to this because people love fucking Pablo Francisco.
Oh, that's not even in the top 5 worst things you said this podcast, Parker. But well, I don't know.
Can we go back to Hannah Gadsby raping someone?
Yeah.
No, sorry.
Too much tension. Need
to
lube it up. Need to lube it up. A little bit of friction in your nethers.
Yeah. Da Vinci. Everyone loves he cut off his ear. If you don't put that thing back on me, I'll cut your ear off. No, that's trying a little too hard.
No, I love it. I love it. Oh man, karate school.
All right.
So
karate
this,
school, and then
yeah.
I think we wrap up.
Yeah. What are we looking at time wise? On the pod. Should we do a little shot ski to round it out?
50. You got a shot?
I'll do a shot.
Of what? What you got?
Jim Beam vanilla. That's what I normally go with.
Let's. Nah, I don't.
All right, let's round out the pod. Then
Yeah,
we'll
let's round out the pod.
All right.
Karate school.
Yeah, so I was performing at this karate school, doing stand-up because, actually mentioned on I think the last podcast.
Science.
Because science. We're gonna start doing that in every episode. Whenever a bit bombs, we're just gonna go.
I think Hannah Gadsby is a way better voice to do than Seinfeld.
You've got it down pretty good. I don't have the Australian. Well, you lived in Australia, so you've. You
know what it really is? Is my Dungeons and Dragons character is Australian, so I've been practicing like a whole lot of the accent.
You do also sound like Korg from Avengers. I'm Korg. This is Meek. That guy.
I'm Korg. Okay, yeah. He's New Zealand. That's a little bit. It's a little bit more.
It's Australia, Jason.
Yeah, we went shopping, bro. He's a little more New Zealand's, and he's a little bit more Pacific Islander.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Keep going.
Yeah, but so yeah, I was performing at this comedy school, and like I said, karate school. I was doing stand up, and this guy is doing prop comedy. So the first one, before I just gotten there, the show just started. And not a great lineup of comedians. Byron did good.
Yeah.
But I was there, and he was like, hey, I need you to put on a mask and pretend to be an old guy for my bit in between. And I said, no thanks.
Yeah.
I said, I'm good, man. But you know who'd be great for that? James Finn.
Oh, you threw James under the bus?
I threw him right under the fucking bus, dude, head
me.
first. I had him tied to the railroad tracks, but
can you do a James Finn impression? Could we do a James Finn impression?
Yeah.
So this what would be?
Stuffing has potatoes in. That's a James Finn
You're just
bit.
using your regular voice, though.
Yeah, but
so I put on this old guy mask.
it's not
really.
James Finn. I feel like his voice is like a little higher. But
so I put on this old guy mask. Nah,
it's still not James Finn.
Nah, you're right. Never mind.
James Finn is a Baltimore favorite.
We love James
Finn. He's a super great guy.
He's called James Finn because after his set's finished, you're done.
Finn. Yep, you're done.
You're done.
Yeah, nobody's going after him. Nobody follows James Finn.
No one can follow James.
But
Finn.
But I was like, yeah, James Finn would be great.
So I was fucking James Finn in the ass the other. Sorry.
Because science and tension.
Because tension.
But so I was like, yeah, no, James Finn would be great for it. He's like, all right. And so he gives James the mask and puts him in a wheelchair. James doesn't look at the mask, which was a mistake.
Oh, no.
Because James James put on the mask, and it is the most racist Asian mask.
Oh, my God.
Like, eyes might as well be taped back. White, thin beard.
No.
Yeah,
he doesn't tell him that it's a racist mask?
No, he didn't get to it. And he does this bit. And he's like, "What's?" he says, "Like, what's the secret to a long marriage?" And he had fed James this line, and James butchered it and ruined his joke.
What was the line? Oh, me so horny or
like,
some shit?
No, he's like, be quiet or something. But he was like, don't be quiet. Like, James like fucked it up. So it just ruined this guy. And so he's like, I think you mean. And he's like,
he said, I think you mean?
Yeah, he's feeding the guy the bit.
Oh, my God.
I might have a video on my phone. I can punch
that's
in the
the
audio.
rule. It's not yes and. It's fucking.
I think you mean. So he does that, and dude, it was so fucking funny, and like everybody's filming it, and they're like,
was James pissed that he was in like some racist Asian mask?
Well, no, like I said, he definitely did not know, and I showed him a picture, and he was like, "Oh," so I'm just like glad I didn't volunteer for it, because he's like, I'm gonna put on this mask, and you're gonna be like, be quiet when your wife talks. And I was like, I'm not doing that. I was like, I'm not fucking.
Wait, so did you know it was an Asian mask?
I didn't realize it was an Asian mask, but that's like the voice he was
like,
using.
He's talking a little weird, though.
Yeah. But I was like, I just got here, and I'm it was like $20 or whatever, but I was like, I'm pretty confident I'm not getting paid, so I'm definitely not doing this. Doing your little prop comedy. And then after that, like, I was like, James, you are far braver than I. But,
No, you can't say you can't go. You're far braver than I when you like fed him up on a silver platter. You know,
I did. I fed him up on a silver platter, but he was also explained to what was going to happen. I don't think he knew the semantics of it though.
Yeah.
Like he definitely did not take a look at the mask before I saw it. And I was like, oh fuck, this is bad. Like it was one of those things. But yeah, and then after I think Byron went, and then after him, the guy went on this long spiel about which direction the toilet paper should be, and he had like attached.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, he had attached a toilet paper holder to a piece of plywood and mounted it at the back of the chair with clamps, and was like, did this whole
on
thing
stage.
on
He
stage.
had a toilet paper roll on stage.
And
holy shit,
the dude was doing, I don't want to call it a tight five, but a very sloppily loose because science five on stage.
Dude, we got to make new rules of comedy, like never bring bathroom products on
yeah,
stage.
I think that's a strong rule.
Yeah.
But then I went up and just started bashing the karate school. I was like, because they had like signs up, and it was like fight night winner, and these are like the sloppiest looking people I've seen in my life. And I was
like, you didn't have a fucking fight night.
Yeah, I was like, these people, grew up doing fat kid karate, and like I was just like, I don't know, it was pretty chaotic. I did a ton of crowd work. I did relatively well though.
Yeah.
But and then they were all stoked, and then James went after me, and it was just like you could tell the wind was a little out of his sails because of the whole prop comedy
you should
thing.
have kept the Asian mask
dude,
on.
No, like the owner of the school was doing.
Dude, how are you? Hold on. How are you the? I can't believe we didn't get this sooner. How are you a teacher of an Asian martial art, karate?
Yeah.
And you have a racist caricature of
I
an
think
Asian guy.
I think he had the mask for a while.
But how? Like,
maybe he's teaching class in that. He's like, oh, time for kung fu. Whoop. Like, what was also crazy is I asked him, I was like, what style of martial arts do you teach? And he said, oh, we do everything. And I'm like, that can't be the case.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. That's like when you go to the Cheesecake Factory and they have every type of food.
Yeah.
Like sushi and pizza? It's like,
this feels like a gamble.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you do jujitsu, kempo, kung fu, karate, and aikido?
I thought kempo was karate, too.
It's a derivative. Karate's kind of like it's a rectangle but not a square situation.
Okay.
Kind of the blanket term. But yeah, so, we all went up. And then after we wrapped, first off, right before I go on stage, the one guy who was running the light was like, hey, we're going to take an intermission so people can go buy snacks.
Oh, my God.
Because they're selling dollar bags of chips in the lobby. And I said, no.
Yeah.
I was like, you're not going to do that. I was like, if you stop the show now, people are going to leave, including me.
Yeah.
I was like, so if you want me to go on stage, keep the shit rolling. He's like, you think we should? Okay. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to fucking wait around for people to buy dollar bags of chips.
Yeah,
I'm
like
going
he doesn't have a
home.
liquor license or anything. Yeah.
No, they were giving away shots for free. I was getting drunk.
I love that. Chips
They were
are
like
a dollar.
free shots, dollar
but
chips.
shots are free, dog.
Yeah, so, dude, it was just a clusterfuck. And this guy was doing so much time in between. Like the least time he did was 5 in between comedians, and I have like jokes about like men coming faster than women and stuff. And he goes up and he's like, because there's a mirror behind it, because it's a karate school. Like every karate school has a big mirror, and he has an expo marker, and he's like, the male orgasm's like this, and he's like drawing diagrams after my set.
No, this guy's literally
and
this guy literally made every single comedy mistake. If this was ironic, it would be hilarious.
No, but it was not. But here's the thing. Like, I don't think I was necessarily the best comic on the lineup, but I think I did the best job adapting to the room.
Sure.
So I did good. I built the momentum up a little bit. There's one comic after me, and he's like, I need to do bits with diagrams. I need to draw out this joke.
Was he being serious?
No, that's what he did. He was drawing out what the male orgasm versus female orgasm was like with expo markers.
I thought you meant the comic after you said that.
The comic after me was James Fenn.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. But no.
But yeah, so right after the show wrapped, he's like, all right.
Sounds like this show wasn't a real knockout.
Nope. Some people definitely choked.
Sounds like it didn't. Oh, that's good. It sounds like it didn't break any boards. It made people bored.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, I think that's the podcast.
Well, hold on.
Oh,
there's
I'm sorry.
one more piece of this.
I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
So we're all hanging out in the lobby and stuff, and like
Yeah.
the guy who's running the lights slid us each a 20. And then after he did that, the guy who owned the school was like, "We'd love to have you back. Next time we'll get you paid." And I'm like, Did your boy
you guys
just
not-
steal money?
Yeah.
Because I told him, I was like, all right, man, that'd be really cool. It'd be great to
Dude,
get
you
paid.
should have been like, can I actually just get some like free classes?
Yeah,
here?"
I want to do one Kempo and one Aikido class
just
tomorrow.
Sidekicking a 5-year-old into
But yeah,
a
so
mirrored
while
wall.
we're in the lobby and like they pull all the chairs out, and then 3 black women who have been waiting in the lobby the whole time funnel in.
Yeah.
They get a disco ball dancing and they start
Oh
or going
my
and they start
God.
dancing. They're like twerking on each other.
It's dance night after
It's
the comedy
dance night after comedy
at the karate
at
school.
the karate school.
Dude, this guy was like, I'm renting this space. I'm gonna get literally every single
Yeah.
ounce of dollar. One last thing. So we're watching Al's TV, the Roku,
Yeah.
and there's a bunch of stuff in the background. There's a Ferris wheel. There's a volcano. What I just noticed is there's definitely the top half of the Titanic.
Oh yeah, before
Just-
it plunges.
Isn't that in bad taste?
Yeah, let's get the Twin Towers in
I
there
was about
too.
to say.
Yeah.
Let's
Now-
have Dachau in here too.
The
yeah,
thing
yeah,
that
yeah.
bothers me the most about this scrolling screen
Yeah.
is that there's 3 of the Ninja Turtles. You can see 2 of them here, but they don't have the 4th.
Maybe he's just hidden. Wait, where are the 2 Ninja Turtles?
Well,
I
there's
don't
2
see-
right there. Like, look at the smokestacks. There's one in between them. And then directly below
I don't
the
see
garage
one in
door.
between the smokestacks.
Look, right. It's in the foreground.
Is it still on the screen?
Yes.
I don't see
They're
it.
right in the middle. Right in the middle of the screen. Look
Like
at the white
eyes?
eyes.
It's
Yes.
just the eyes.
Yeah. So there's 1, 2.
That's a
and then,
Ninja Turtle?
Yeah, definitely.
Hold on.
Then there's one in the trash can. Down below.
How do you know they're Ninja Turtles?
Because they have little masks,
Couldn't that just be a thief?
I suppose.
Or couldn't that be James Finn in a racist Asian mask?
And that's the podcast. This has
That's
been
the
Drive
podcast.
Time. I'm Alfred Barnes.
I'm Parker Brown. Y'all
Good
have a good one,
night
baby.
or good morning.